Visualize yourself as a security forces member patrolling your local base late one night. Now say that night is calm and quiet, nothing out of the ordinary has happened until all of a sudden you get dispatched to a domestic disturbance case around the corner. Now as you pull up to that residence, you see two individuals fighting. One pulls out a knife and attempts to do serious bodily harm to the other person. You as a cop immediately get out of your car, pull your weapon out, point it at that individual, and start issuing commands. You tell him to drop his weapon, put his hands up, get on the ground, whatever it may be, you give them commands. Now say that that individual fully complies. He drops that weapon, he puts his hands up, he gets down on the ground, fully compliant. Now as you approach him to put cuffs on that individual, he starts to realize what's happening. He realizes that he's about to get into a lot of trouble, that he's about to go to jail, and he doesn't want it to happen. So naturally, he gets defensive. He wants to fight you. Now you as a cop right now are in a position. You are no longer in that compliance stage, nor are you in the deadly force stage yet, so your weapon on you right now is completely useless. You need less than lethal weapons that fit in the middle of those two brackets to help you neutralize that situation. That is what we're going to talk about today. We're going to talk about those less than lethal deadly weapons utilized by security forces personnel. We're going to talk about the ASP extendable baton. We're going to talk about OC pepper spray, and we're going to talk about the M26 taser that we utilize on a daily basis. So now that we know what we're going to talk about, we know the topics of this speech, let us move to the first of those and talk about the ASP extendable baton. Now, for anybody who has never seen an ASP baton before, this is what it looks like. It is a long steel rod that comes out with a flick of the wrist. It is very strong and is solid steel, and it hurts very badly. Now, if you go to armamentssystemsandprocedures.com, which is the ASP website, you can look at all different types of batons that you wish. Now, according to that website, by the way, the batons will be on the front page, so when you go to the asp.com, you will see them right on the front page. Now, according to them, the ASP comes in many different sizes. It comes in from 12 inches to 33 inches in length. There's a couple sizes in between depending on what fits your style the most. You can change the grips on the baton. Also, you can change the colors. If black is not your favorite color or preferred color, you can change it to whatever color you may want. Now, as I showed you earlier, there are two modes to the ASP. There's the open mode when it's fully extended, right at the top, and there's the closed mode as shown on the bottom. Now, when we utilize this weapon in the open mode, there are three different strikes we use. One is from shoulder to hip across our body, then we bring it back to our weak side, and again, shoulder to hip on the suspect. The third strike is going to consist of us holding both ends of that ASP and giving a forceful push to the midsection chest area of that individual. Now, with the closed mode, the strikes are going to be the same but somewhat different. You're going to hold the ASP in a firm grip with your thumb over the cap so it doesn't extend and hit you in the face when you go to hit somebody else. Now again, you'll go across your body, shoulder to hip, you'll bring it back weak side, shoulder to hip, and instead of a push, you'll do a punch this time. Same thing, midsection chest area of that individual. So, now that we know a couple techniques and characteristics about the ASP extendable baton, let us move on to the second of the topics we'll be discussing today and discuss the OC pepper spray. Now, OC pepper spray is the most irritating and harmful weapon that I believe that we will discuss today. I'd rather have a broken arm or sore ribs or whatnot from an ASP than to have the irritant of the OC pepper spray in my eyes. Now, the OC pepper spray comes in different levels, somewhat like alcohol with the percentages. Now, unlike alcohol, it is not more potent with a higher percentage. I once got sprayed with OC pepper spray in training with 13.5%, and it hurt very badly. I'm not going to sugarcoat it, it really hurt. But when I got sprayed by the 8.5%, it hurt twice as bad. Now, OC pepper spray, what is it made of? Peppers, banana peppers, chili peppers, jalapeno peppers, you name it, they have it. Now, you can buy OC pepper spray on any website like Amazon.com or whatnot. You can also go to your local Walmart, buy it there. Target has it on their shelves. Any stores like that, you'll be able to purchase this. Now, when you utilize the OC pepper spray, you have to be cognizant of what is around you. You cannot spray it into a crowd of people because guess what? That whole crowd of people is going to get incapacitated along with that individual you're trying to hit. You also want to be aware of the elements around you. If it is very windy and that wind is blowing in your face, you do not want to spray OC pepper spray because that wind is going to carry it right back into you and you're going to be in the same position as that individual that you are trying to subdue. So, now that we know about the contents of OC pepper spray and how and when to use it, let us move on to the third topic that we'll be discussing today, and the M26 taser. Now, the M26 taser is the most popular weapon that we'll be talking about today. I'm sure everybody has seen a taser in their time. If not, they've heard about one. In case for you who haven't, this is what it looks like. Now, according to DefenseProducts101.com, the M26 taser is a lightweight two-pronged weapon shot by cartridges. Now you can go to this website, defenseproducts101.com, and research anything you want about the M26 Taser. When the main page pops up, you go to the search icon, you type in M26 Taser, and it'll pop up. It'll show you the characteristics, everything you need to know about it. Now there's two modes that we personally use the M26 Taser in. Now this mode will be the full mode with the cartridge on. That green part right in the front is the cartridge. It's two doors that open up when you pull the trigger, and two prongs come out. They lock themselves into the individual that you're trying to shoot, and they send a 5-second electric charge through that individual. Now it cannot be less than 5 seconds, but it can be more. Once that initial 5-second turns out, there'll be a brief period. You let go of the trigger, you pull it again, it'll recharge, you'll re-shock them for 5 seconds. Now the second mode that we use is we pull that cartridge off, and we physically walk up to someone, pull the trigger, and it is called dry stunning them, and it hurts just as bad. Trust me. Quick myth about the taser. Now, I heard a lot of people say that you have to use the bathroom while getting tased, that it releases your bowels. This is incorrect. So if you have a friend or buddy who said he released his bowels when getting tased, you know that he either did it before getting tased because he was scared, or after getting tased because he was still scared. Quick information for you. So now that we know about the M26 Taser, some of the myths about it, characteristics and whatnot, let us proceed to the summary and conclusion of this speech. Over the last 6.5 minutes, we have talked about less than lethal weapons utilized by security forces. We have talked about the ASP extendable baton, OC pepper spray, and the M26 Taser. Knowing this information now should help give you a better view of how police handle situations that are not fully compliant and not based on that level of deadly force. A good healthy section of that middle that we use when less than lethal situations arise. Thank you all for your time. Thank you.